Don't mind me today, guys. I am tired. Gripping primer by Cover FX. I have been using this like crazy. I really like just how it feels, and I feel like it does make my makeup wear longer, so I'm enjoying it. I want to fall asleep. I had a rough night. My son, of course, still isn't sleeping on his own. Let me give you a vision. Imagine me, a grown adult, sleeping on a toddler bed with a toddler. And for those of you that maybe don't know how small a toddler bed is, it's smaller than a twin size bed. That's how I'm sleeping. So it's fun times, you know? This is the Sephora shadow primer that I just hauled, and I have actually really been enjoying this. Worth the $6 I spent. So I'm going to take a little bit of translucent powder just to quickly set this, because I don't want to wait for it to dry since I'm going to wear a little bit of eyeshadow today. Are you guys surprised? And I'm gonna go in with the Circle of Love. This is the Can't Wait to Be Queen palette, and I'm going to start off with, I really love Safari Khaki. So I'm gonna take that shade with a MAC 224, an old school MAC 224, not the synthetic business. These shadows are incredibly smooth. I can't tell you, like, this just blended itself out. Oh, I was about to freak out. Where's my coffee? I am working on my cafe. So now that we have Safari Khaki on the lid, I'm going to go in with African Clay, and I'm using the same brush, and I'm just going to take this into the crease, but really just keeping it concentrated on the outer corner, so I'm not bringing it all the way in. Again, these shadows are amazing quality. They're so smooth. They basically just blend themselves out. So they did a beautiful job. Just kind of checking out what it's blending out like. So I'm just looking at my eyes. As you guys can see, this one has a little bit more lift than this eye. This is the one that kind of droops down a little bit. So with this, I always feel like I need to bring my shadow up just a little bit higher so it matches this eye. Because naturally, I always bring the shadow up slightly higher on this eye because it has lift, whereas this one's kind of coming down. So I'm just matching the eyes. And the way I'm doing that is if I look down, then this lid just naturally starts to fall. And so it gives me a visual, and I can look at both and see what I'm working with. Okay, I'm actually going to go in with Landscape, which is this shade here. And I'm gonna apply it with my finger. You know, it's interesting because before, back in the day, you would always apply your shadows with brushes, right? You would automatically just assume you needed to go in with your brushes. Now, I think it's pretty standard that people apply shimmers with their fingers. You know, just kind of thinking about how things, you know, were taught back in the day. Now it's like, I think it's just automatic that people see a shimmer and you're like, I'm gonna apply it with my finger because you get the best payoff. I'm gonna take that 224 and then just blend. I'm gonna take this MAC 221 looks like this. And I'm going to take the shade Pride Rock. No, I want to keep this soft. African Clay again. And I'm just going to focus this on the outer corner. Oh, maybe I will go in with Pride Rock. It's going to be hot today. I can already feel it. We don't have the central air on just yet, and the house is already feeling warm. I'm still gonna have my cafe. I'm gonna go in with Pride Rock, which is the darkest shade here. And I'm gonna use the same brush, and I'm just going to place this in the outer corner. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to complexion. So I'm going to take Makeup Forever number 34 concealer. I'm going to actually mix a little bit of number 32 with this. I'm letting this here build because I have a little bit of a situation going on. And I'm going to take this Juno & Co. brush and then just start blending this out. This brush is very nice. It's very soft. And then I'm going to take Cookie, and this is the Born This Way concealer, but I'm using this as a foundation. You know, I remember when this concealer came out, people were like, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this whole thing. And if you're using it as a concealer, yeah. But I'm telling you guys, I've been using this as a foundation and I love it. It's so good. I don't remember loving the foundation nearly as much as I love this, but I really do love this. And I'm not adding any additional product. I'm just kind of smearing this so that it covers my whole face. But it's just such a good foundation, like a concealer, but I use it as a foundation. It wears all day. It's beautiful. Again, I'm so tired, guys. I'm like, anything I do to myself, I'm like, oh, I want to fall asleep. I've been trying to decide what foundation I'm going to take to California. My brother's getting married. I think I told you guys, but I don't want to take like a bunch of products with me. And I'm like, what am I wearing that I really love? And I don't know. I love so much that it's so hard for me to make this decision. Alright, I'm going to take this MAC, I think it's a 130, and I'm using this Fenty powder in Banana. First, I want to make sure I don't have any creases. I feel like with this powder, wherever I put it down, it just kind of changes the color of whatever I have on, so like it darkens it. So I do need to use this all over. And I'm only doing a really light dusting of this because this is like heavy duty powder. Like this will set and doesn't move. And if you use too much of it, it can be a little drying. So you do need to go in with a very light hand. I would say that this is, I see a lot of people bake with this. And I'm like, how? Because if I bake with this, it looks super heavy and it's drying. Like it enhances lines like a mofo. And I see people using it all the time under their eyes. Look, you can see the difference. This eye looks so small in comparison to this one. That's my mom. My mom's eyes. All I did was I just took whatever was left over on the lid and I'm using a larger brush just to get it all over my face. Now just to kind of even these eyes out so this one looks a little bit more lifted, I'm just going to go in. There you go. Welcome to the show, little one. And then just blend this out. See the difference already? This one looks like it has more lift. This is kind of the same thing that you would do. This is the same thing that you would do with someone that has like a monolid or that doesn't really have a ton of lid space. You're creating the illusion of having more lid space than you actually do. I am going to do my brows and mascara, and then we'll come back to finish the face. In the comments down below, let me know how many of you guys are going nuts over that. I know I am. So anyway, I have on eyebrows and my lashes, I just used mascara, but I also added a little bit of a purple liner. I wanted a little bit of color, but I wanted to still be like soft and wearable. So I went in with what is this? I went in with Tarte's Fairy Wings, which is this really beautiful lilac-y liner, and it was a little dry. So I used my Duraline by Inglot. Guys, this stuff I highly recommend if you wear like gel liners or brow pomades or even like mascara. Whenever I start to feel like anything's drying up, I just do 1 or 2 drops and boom, we're back in business. Okay, so I'm gonna take Kingdom palette by Sir John, and I'm actually just gonna take this shade here, and I am going to just apply it just in the outer part of my face. And this is a BOM, what is this, 34 by Luminous, or by Royal and Langnickel. Every now and then you catch something.